My name is Gracyn Goldstein. I moved to Greensboro in 2022 after I graduated from college to be a Greensboro Fellow. And when I was a fellow, I worked on the farm here at Redeemer. I knew I wanted to work with the earth and I wanted to be a part of God's creation. But other than that, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I walked into a science classroom one day and felt this was what I was made for. We had a greenhouse at my high school and we built a garden from the ground up. We built a hydroponic system from the ground up, and I was like, wow, science is so cool. And also at the time, I was starting to explore my relationship with Jesus for the first time. And so I'm learning about God's character and also seeing the building blocks of life and learning about why the things are the way that they are, and also learning about who Jesus is. I spent the rest of my 4 years of college just learning about Earth systems and applying it to life and how humanity interacts with the Earth. And it was just such an evident picture of who Jesus is, was learning about his earth. He's so creative. Let's learn about it and know about it. I don't think that we can separate the creator from the creation, and I think it's really easy to just be like, it's the way that it is because it's the way that it is. I loved being outside every day and having my hands and feet in the soil and being really dirty all the time. And then I was like, well, I think that there's a way for me to engage with creation and know God's character without being a farmer. I love teaching kids. I love being a part of watching them grow and learn. And one day I was talking to my mom and I was like, I just love watching people learn and being a part of the learning process, but I also love the earth. I love science. I want to be involved in the natural world. And my mom was like, why don't you just be a science teacher? One day I saw that there was a job open at Northern Guilford High School, which is also where I lead Young Life. And so I have already gotten to build relationships with high schoolers there. And it was a chemistry job, which I have no business teaching chemistry. But I was like, I'm just gonna apply. And if all it is a conversation, great. In the interview, I was like, honestly, I would love to teach here. I have already built relationships with students here and think that this is an awesome place. I cannot be a chemistry teacher. Do with that what you will. A couple weeks later, they called me again and they were like, we actually have the perfect opportunity for you. Do you want to teach earth science and biology next year? The best part of it all was when I got to tell my group of high school friends that I would be their science teacher, and they told me that school was going to be worth going to again. You guys can join me in praying for each of my students that they would come into my classroom and feel safe and known and important, because that is who God says that they are. And I hope that I can be somebody that gets to love them even on the days when it's really hard. And I just pray that my students are curious and fascinated by creation, whether they can verbalize that it's God or not. Also just pray for me as I go into a really new chapter and go back to being Miss Goldstein and not Young Life Leader Gigi. When I hear the words, go out and do the work that he has given us to do, to love and serve you as faithful witnesses, I'm just reminded that, like, it's not about me at all. And I get to show up for high school students and be their science teacher and love them and be a faithful witness by just being there, even if these kids never hear the word Jesus come out of my mouth. I still get to be a faithful witness.